do. Start.
I'm ready to
Yes.
fuck.
All right.
I'm ready.
Fuck yeah.
We're gonna record now. Let's get the audio capture.
My boy! Look where he's sending my boy!
Mimsy!
Mimsy! That was actually pretty.
Yeah, what up, boss?
I kind of regret taking so much strength for Zephyr now.
All right, we are recording this, so whenever we want to start, it's good.
Oh shit, okay.
Hello everybody, and welcome back to Dungeons and Danica Patrick. As per
We're in
usual,
last
I'm your
place.
host. I'm your host, Critty, and I am joined by
Despair, otherwise known as Adrian.
Jace.
Leolith Gleam.
And Zephyr Martorin.
as we left off last time. You guys had finished your
And
apprehension.
Gilbert Godfrey!
No,
I'm sorry.
I want to
you
go
are-
to the store.
He touched the front wall of my
No.
vagina!
is this a sound test or are we actually
I don't
doing
fucking
it?
know.
No, we're
This is
playing.
fun round.
No, this is all.
This is all in the video.
Oh god.
As
We have fun
left
here.
off. As we left off. You had finished your apprehension and interrogation of the Drow family, who you had found out had ill intent and was sent by the Silt Mother to guard the border and subsequently spy on your entire party. You finished your rest, and upon waking up, Malik Blackhammer said that he had business to take care of and decided to hang back and clean up the camp and such as you guys moved forward, letting the Drow family lead you to the den of the Silt Mother. Upon your arrival, you were greeted with skepticism from the other denizens of the Silt Mother's den, getting into some sort of argument thing with a strange lizard folk man by the name of Clint, as he went to go tattle on you to Silt Mommy, and you were finally brought into the throne room of her den, where she immediately threatened despair. You diffused it. After some negotiation slash convincing, she decided to give you a bit of a test run of a mission to go investigate one of the spires near the main cathedral run by the Abyssal Order. You had gone back to one of the other drow that you had met in the Silt Mother's Den to ask him if he knew any way to disguise mainly despair, but also Zephyr, as you ventured into the town. Said lizard folk from before knocked over a bomb, big boom boom, really uncomfortable situation, unavoidable though, with that dummy around, and I believe that's where we left off.
With his foot in a severe wrapping.
Factual. He also went and cried to mommy yet again,
Yep.
and was tended to.
I threatened.
Oh,
to amputate him.
I'd love to hear what she has to say about this.
Well, you were free to do so. What would you guys like to do next?
Not do that. I'll deal with that as it comes.
Understandable.
I believe I'm preparing to search the cathedral and make a map for her.
Yes.
Correct.
Yes.
Yeah, she didn't specify you need to make a map, but she was just like, give me some scouting, go find out what exactly is going on down there.
Did we find out exactly where that is?
She gave you a general direction. Based off her description, you could probably find your way there. Around the cathedral, as was described, there's multiple smaller spires that seem to be hideouts, laboratories, other various things. But there's a slightly larger one that's been put up more recently. That doesn't seem to be super heavily guarded from her description, but seems to be more populated with people going in and out of it much more frequently, which piqued her curiosity. So she sent you guys to investigate.
Despair, you had some friend that was able to disguise me?
Me, yeah. He has a wife that would help us, but I assume that it's going to be at a price, which
I'm perfectly fine with that.
I think he told me to meet them tonight. So,
Do you mind if I join you?
yes, I was actually going to ask you.
Lovely. I need to look less like myself.
Same here. I people can clearly pick me out of a crowd, especially with my appearance.
Not super hard. You're kind of obvious.
Yeah.
It's the boobs. It's the boobs. I'm not gonna lie, it's the boobs.
Totally, and she like flaunts them a bit. Actually,
Oh
she
my God.
fla-
Is
I mean,
Leolis in the room?
Yeah, you're just standing in the room, like right next to
Okay,
us.
he looks away after that, kind of like blushing a bit.
oh yeah. By the way, she's naked now. She's not
Okay.
cold.
I thought she was in dress currently. Is she not?
Well, after being inside, she's just like, fuck it. So
Back
she
to
just
natural
packs in her
form.
bag. Yep.
This despair. Is there any reason why you had taken off your clothing?
Are you
It's normal
complaining?
for me,
What?
Are you
And-
complaining?
and it's also dirty with soot. So
Is this normal? I whispered.
yes, it is normal.
Okay.
We've tried reasoning with her, just
Her
shakes his
wearing
head.
clothes is stranger at this point.
Oh, all right.
Just enjoy. Just relax.
Just enjoy the looks. It's okay. It's okay to look.
Leolith does not look yet.
Leolith,
Yes.
where are you from?
Oh. Leolith.
I haven't seen a form of elf like you.
Leolith kind of averts his eyes even more now, because now he can't look at Zephyr either. So he kind of looks behind you.
Jace waves.
Leolith awkwardly waves back. Perhaps this is not the place to speak about this.
I shrug and say, okay,
Another time.
I'll hold you to that. And I hang out with Despair.
Like old times.
Hey!
We're cuddle buddies.
Cuddle buddies.
Hang out with Despair on your way to Damon's room at the inn, or what's the move?
Was it Damon? Is that the guy's name?
Damon last name Ren. Ren.
Despair
Ren.
looks over to Zephyr like, should I wear my clothing still? I mean, he does have a wife.
Sadly, yes.
Eh.
Has a wife.
Might send the
And-
wrong message.
Sadly, they might take the wrong meaning.
You told me to meet you here tonight.
Yeah, I can see that going poorly.
Well, Despair will put on her clothes then, and she's trying to pat the suit off of them.
Yeah.
Pat.
I keep my robes in my bag of holding, and I'm just wearing my noble's clothing.
Okay.
I look pretty dapper.
Yes, you always look dapper.
It's very
I love
dashing.
it.
Very dashing.
So off
Um,
to the inn room then.
Yep.
Yes.
Despair doesn't want to get yelled at, so she has her clothes on now. As much as she
Understand.
doesn't like it.
As Damon said, the inn that he's staying at is very close to the small bar that you guys are at currently. So it's a short walk. The streets are not incredibly crowded at this point, but You do catch a few glances on your way in, nothing too suspicious. You don't feel too worried that anybody's going to follow you or anything like that. As you arrive at the inn, the doors open, and as you arrive, there's nobody on the main floor of it except for who seems to be the concierge of some sorts. Uh, Actually, the first elven gentleman that you've seen standing at a podium, kind of reading through a ledger, doesn't seem to notice you as you enter.
Despair looks over to Zephyr like, please do talking.
Oh, he kind of like scrambles through the pages and closes them for a minute and puts on his small little glasses and blinks a few times as he looks at you. Hello, then.
Hello again.
Oh, half elven, is it? As he kind of squints at you.
Yes.
Unusual around these parts, I must say.
Yes.
Terrence Sellis, my name.
Lovely to meet you, Terrence.
And you. What can I do for you?
Looking for Damon Wren?
Oh, Damon. Drow fellow.
Yes.
Been here for about a month, has he? Top floor, second floor, excuse me. Room 7 should be.
Okay.
Room
And
7. Thank you.
Thank you.
Wait. You're not gonna kill him, are you?
No.
No.
I'll take your word for it.
Wow, this guy's easy. I drop about 5 silver for him as a tip.
Thank you. He just kind of nods at
Yep.
you and scoops it into his pouch and goes back to his ledger.
And I walk up to room 7.
Yep, I do too.
As you do, and get near the door, as your footsteps are heard, you hear a voice come from inside. Come in, the doors are open, my abyssal friend.
And Despair opens the door.
As you enter, Damon has his feet kicked up on a chair as he leans back in another one, polishing off a long flintlock rifle with a rag. He sets it aside behind his chair and sits a bit more properly and reorients the other chair that his feet were on. Good to see you both again. The Silt Mother didn't eat you alive or smother you to death, I'm glad.
No, on the contrary, she's looking forward to my report tomorrow.
Oh, she's got you working for her, does she? Well, good luck with that. He chuckles a bit.
Yeah, this actually might be the easiest job we've had. I was wondering if you mentioned to my friend here that you were capable of disguising.
Of course. My wife should be home any moment now. I thought she'd be here before you guys arrived, but I guess I was wrong. I figured she'd be back sooner. Shouldn't have taken this long, but she should be back soon enough. And she is more than capable of doing something so simple.
Perfect.
Despair will go and sit down at the vacant chair.
I will sit down and start a short rest.
All right, sounds good. So, what's the Silt Mother have you up to then?
Espionage. Reconnaissance.
Reconnaissance, yes.
Reconnaissance.
Oh,
Yeah.
That's the name of my horse.
I fucking forgot about that shit.
Zephyr just nods with them. Yeah, totally.
On the Abyssal Order, I would assume. He kind of glances over at Despair.
I say
Yeah.
that's perfectly correct in Abyssal.
Oh.
No.
Abyssal, I would assume then.
Yeah.
Not a fellow of the language myself, but it seems you've had a bit of practice.
I have a lot of practice and a lot of languages.
I actually don't know Abyssal.
Really?
Really?
Yeah,
That's
I
ironic.
Know it by default?
No, they know Infernal.
I know Infernal.
Which is funny because I don't know that language.
You know Abyssal. Your family speaks Abyssal. You know Abyssal. Go ahead and add that.
Oh,
Cool.
okay,
New language.
cool.
Awesome. That would have been helpful earlier when I was talking to people in fucking Celestial and shit.
I guess so.
Oh, that's awesome.
Well, be careful with that one. She's got good work, of course. That's why I hang out there, but she's a weirdo, for lack of a better term.
Well, to be perfectly honest, it's a marriage of convenience for us and her. She needs information. We're capable of providing it. We need help from her. and she's capable of providing it. We just need the will.
Convenient is an excellent word for it. She's a strange woman, and in any other situation, I would be hesitant to talk to her, let alone work for her. But convenient is accurate,
Certainly not my preferred employer.
of course. Same here, but it's been steady work since I arrived.
Oh, then there is a positive to come out of it.
As you guys are speaking for a moment, his wife seems to walk through the door, a similar looking woman. Oh, Priscilla, of course, of course. This is my wife, Priscilla. They're both drow with thin but sinewy, sort of muscular builds, and both of them wear jungle themed hunter's garb. Both of them with the same black face paint pattern around their eyes and bone tooth necklaces. Damon's with at least like 3 times more teeth attached to his as he kind of walks up to her and places his hand on her back. Priscilla, these are the fellows I talked to you about earlier. Oh, it's nice to meet you all. I'm Priscilla, as he said. And you?
Lovely to meet you, Zephyr Martor.
It's nice to meet you too. I am Despere.
Despair, eh? Am I saying that right?
Yes. See, that's clearly a lie because she can't lie.
Nice to meet you, Despair, eh? And
Despair will do. Despair will do.
Despair. I like that a lot better. No offense, it's just shorter, you know.
Yeah.
God damn it. Despair. Really?
She's an idiot barb.
It works. It works. Don't get me wrong.
As Priscilla walks in, she kind of hangs up a pelt that she had hanging over her shoulder and puts her own identical-looking flintlock rifle up on the wall with a string, or a strap hanging up on a hook. So, you all came to be disguised. I heard that correctly?
That's correct.
Yes.
Easy enough. You need it to be done now. It only lasts about an hour.
I think an hour should be long enough to get there, and we'll have to figure something out on the way back.
Well, are you leaving now, then?
I suppose so.
Well, then. And she kind of like waves her hands, gesturing you towards her. Come forward.
I step forward.
And she closes her eyes and puts her hand on your forehead and mutters something to herself. And after a moment, she just kind of opens one of her eyes. What exactly are we going for here?
Casual.
Casual what? Casual orc?
Casual cabal.
Casual cabal. That.
I need something that fits in.
She closes her eyes again. And after a moment, she raises her hands from you after a slight warm glow that you feel on your forehead, and she pulls it away, and you seem to be another drow, a bit paler than they are, bluish gray skin, eyes that glow very slightly, dingy clothes, tattered a bit, with rustled white hair. Something like that, as she kind of like pats your back over to a mirror.
I think that'll do perfectly.
Oh, excellent. Sorry, I'm a bit biased. You let me freestyle a bit, and I like the drow look for some reason.
It fits in well.
Agreed. And for you, sweetheart?
Just make me casual cabal, just and try to hide the horns. I'm a bit popular around here.
I can imagine. The daughter of the order.
You can
Well,
definitely
come forth.
pick her out of a crowd.
Oh, absolutely. I think just about everybody in the town did pick her out of that crowd as soon as you guys walked in. And she kind of giggles and puts her hand on your forehead as well and thinks for a moment. Brother and sister, does that sound good?
Yeah.
Fits in.
And she turns you into a very similar looking pale drow. Not quite twins, but clearly siblings. Excellent.
Okay.
Now, for the matter of payment, I was thinking something like, and she kind of leans over to her husband as he just nods a bit and gives sort of a questioning look. 10 gold? That's friend price, of course.
Despair gives her 10 gold.
Yeah, and I'll drop 10 of my own.
Excellent. Thank you both so much. Easiest money I ever made in my life.
Well, hopefully
you.
there'll be more occasion for it in the future. Lovely to meet you.
And yourself.
I have to make haste.
Okay,
Of
and
course,
we're going.
all of us do. As he kind of sits down back in his chair and begins cleaning the rifle that he was before, and she, walks into the other room. If you ever need me, just remember I'll always be here for anything that you need.
Gotcha. Quick question. How much did
Of
you
course.
spend for that rifle?
It was my grandfather's. I didn't spend a dime. It's my pride and joy, is it? And he kind of like aims it a bit, pulling back the lock for a moment.
Actually, I got another question. I'm really sorry. Is there a way to disguise my axe because it's also very noticeable?
If this is a spell, it might cover it up.
Oh yeah. Shit, is that how it works?
If it's like not in your hand, then it should be invisible. It should be like part of the clothing.
Oh,
Fuck it.
okay.
But
Yeah,
if somebody
fuck it.
pats you down, then we're kind of fucked.
Okay.
Oh yeah, it does. It also disguises the items that you have on you as well. So,
Alrighty.
it's easy
So,
enough.
So it is hidden currently.
yeah,
underneath the
retcon that despair asking that shit. So,
Yes, it belonged to my grandfather. I didn't pay a dime. He kind of looks at it proudly as he aims down the sight.
I meant to get a hold of one of those.
A hold of one of them. I don't quite know where to get one. I've of course got my spare, but I never really planned on losing it. But I do
Well, maybe I'll make
plenty
my
of
own.
things for the right price. And he kind of grins at you.
I'll keep that in mind. Maybe I'll make my own.
Maybe you could. Why make your own when I've got one right here, though? You seem like a man with deep pockets.
How much?
And he goes over by his bed, and from the bottom of it pulls out a long wooden box and opens it up and stares at a similar looking rifle. It's not nearly as customized, It doesn't have like the gold plating and engravings that his has.
Mhm.
Deep pockets. He kind of glances over you. 200 gold.
despair
I'll tell
puts
you
down
what.
200 gold for him.
Okay. Never mind. I was gonna go ahead and persuade him, but okay.
He looks actually a bit bewildered as you do. I didn't expect that to. Anyway, yeah.
Another 10 for ammunition.
Ammunition indeed.
I have ball bearings plenty to use as bullets, but the gunpowder would be valuable.
Of course. As he pulls out another box, opens it up, and inspects it for a moment, as it does have a gunpowder horn as well as what seems to be a sack of ammo. As he closes it back up and closes a little latch. 200 gold. This thing has been sitting under my bed for a long time. Listen, I haven't shot it in a while. If it doesn't work exactly properly, you come back. I'm not trying to scam you or anything.
I will keep that in mind.
Well, here you go. As he kind of excitedly walks over, bringing you the new rifle.
Sweet! So I can add rifle to my inventory. Awesome.
I'm about to send you the thing.
Oh, shit!
But yeah, as he takes the 200 gold. Of course, like I said before, anything else you need from me or my lovely Priscilla, please stop on by. We should be down here for quite some time.
I'll keep that in mind.
Excellent doing business with the both of you.
And with you.
As he kind of proudly sits back in his chair.
Much obliged for the help, Priscilla.
Well, no problem at all. Ever need it again, you know where to find me.
Well, hopefully this will be a one-time, and I walk away.
Alrighty.
I walk with Seth.
All right. I'll go ahead and go to the rest of the party. Do you guys have any plans? Or are you planning on regrouping with them and moving forward with said mission?
I'd just be hanging out in the tavern, pretty much.
Yeah.
Sounds good. Is that where you guys are returning to?
Yeah, we'd pop by there before doing anything ahead of schedule here.
Easy enough. You guys are able to regroup in the bottom floor, like the Silt Mother's Den, or the one above it, the regular fucking bar?
Whichever bar they were at.
Ooh, which bar are y'all at?
Well, if we could go downstairs, I would rather go down there. Probably quieter.
Easy enough.
So I'll pop by there and inform them of how I expect to proceed.
Go right ahead. They are. It's easy enough to do, as I'm assuming you skip the third step again and head on down for the second time, and you see your group there hanging out at a table.
Yippers. I step up and say, so we only have this for an hour, about 55 minutes from now. Getting back might be a little trickier, but getting there should be no problem.
Okay.
Do I recall which direction the church was? The cathedral?
Yes, it was whatever the fuck I said, but yes,
I'm just gonna
I'll
say
report them in.
east.
Sounds right. I don't know what the hell
Sure.
I said.
It's east of here. It shouldn't be more than an hour to get there. So, if we start heading out now, we should be able to get there in time. But getting on the way back, we might be accosted. I just want everybody ready if that happens.
I could probably talk us out of that.
I'm hoping so. Everybody ready?
If anything goes wrong, what do we do?
fight.
Improvise. And I grab one of my bombs and I pour about 500 ball bearings in. Critty, I believe I mentioned this before that I wanted to make the explosives have shrapnel this time.
Yeah, no, we
I
don't.
wanted to extend the range. Is that possible?
Fuck yeah, we're gonna have
Cool.
to type specifics, but fuck
Yep.
yeah, it is.
Awesome. I will make those adjustments, but I probably won't be using the bomb anytime soon. All right, and we head out. I want to get as close as I can to the building before I use Arcane Eye.
All right, sounds good. As you guys head out on your journey, passing back-
Preferably like back alley area.
yeah, I figured you guys are gonna kind of lay low a little bit, even with your disguises. As you kind of pass through the same courtyard that you had before, and using the guide of Anteza, that you had been led through kind of the back part of the city, using that knowledge to kind of slip through as inconspicuously as possible, making your way through the city. Hang tight, sorry.
Yep, take your time.
As you draw closer through the more residential areas and commercial areas, you start to go closer to what seems to be the main area in which the Abyssal Order hangs out. The buildings become a bit different. It seems to still be some sort of residential area, but more specific towards members of the Abyssal Order and people who are helping them. And at this point, it gets a little bit harder to sneak through as you draw closer to the cathedral and the surrounding spires. So I'm going to need a stealth roll from each of you if you want to stay completely hidden moving through here.
You got it. That's a +4 for see there.
I'm going to elect to not stealth, and I will just merely walk through the
Oh
streets
wait,
with
yeah,
them.
we're fucking dressed properly. Never mind.
Well,
I'm not
actually,
even
yeah.
gonna stealth.
Yeah,
Yeah, you're not necessarily
I'm
catching any eyes, but yeah, if you just want to screw casually, you absolutely can. But as I
Okay.
said, this area is more
Yeah.
geared toward the Abyssal Order rather than just regular folk. But yeah,
I
as
see.
you walk through,
I will
what's that?
I will just walk normally.
Sounds good. As you walk through, you begin to realize you are catching more eyes than before, but nobody seems to be interjecting for a while. You see groups of people, like groups of, excuse me, not ogres, groups of orcs hanging out together that kind of eye you and begin whispering to each other as they kind of walk off to some sort of hut that they had nearby. You see groups of drow folk too that don't seem to run away, but they're sitting there kind of rubbing their chins skeptically as you walk by. The closer you get towards the cathedral, the more uh, tieflings that you begin to notice. None of which seem to be from the Abyssal Order or of Despair's bloodline or anything like that. But you can tell everybody around here has some sort of involvement. And as you do, a tall, white tiefling man with red eyes kind of walks up. Hello there.
Hello.
I immediately use my Child of Eddie to read his mind. I want to
Okay.
see if I can get a name.
It's a 15?
14. 14 wisdom.
14. Gotcha.
Save.
What exactly are you looking for?
Preferably his name.
His name?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know if I can be that specific or not.
Well, it's just surface spots,
He's
right?
not exactly thinking of his own name right now.
I do
what
want to
you
check
do
for
read-
any insecurities or like uncertainties about us.
uncertainty is exactly what he's feeling. It's not necessarily like trespassing that you're engaging in right now, but most people tend not to go around this part of the city. What
I'm gonna-
exactly is your? Sorry, go ahead.
I'm going to go ahead and plant in his mind the suggestion I should probably leave these people alone. They look very busy.
Kind of squints his eyes at you for a moment as he's just like, just be careful around this part of the city.
Yep, no
As he kind of
problem.
nods at you and walks on. These are not the droids that I'm looking for.
I turn to the group, don't ask questions, and I keep walking. Trying to rush out of sight, preferably into a nearby building that is unoccupied.
As you go, your range that you're trying to get to is 1 mile, correct?
That's correct. I need to get
As you
within
get
a mile of the
of the
thing.
spire that you guys are looking for specifically.
Yeah.
As you do draw within that range, you find what seems to be a mostly unpopulated hiding area near a large rock boulder that seems to be kind of smashed into the ground. Actually, you're able to kind of hide in it. It has like a small little dirt cove that you can kind of sit in and be rather hidden in as you do what you're gonna do.
All right, I will hide and cast Arcane Eye. And you guys can't see anything, but an invisible magical eye appears 30 feet from me, flies into the air, and heads towards the cathedral.
All right, and
I only
before-
receive visual info.
Of course. Before I cover what exactly is going to happen with that, I forgot I also need to mention as you duck into this little cove, I need another stealth.
You
check.
got it. That's the wrong character. Whoops.
go
CHAR. Fucking Zephyr. Here. There we go. And now, stealth. Oh, that's not good. I wish I was raw now. 11.
Okay.
Yeah, not great.
Is there maybe a way Despair could like find any objects to like hide themselves in?
Oh, I just realized. While I do have to concentrate, I am not blind or deaf while I use the spell. I can just
Noted.
keep walking casually.
That's pretty neato. What
A
are you
little
looking
OP, but
little bit?
fun.
What are you looking for, Despair?
I'm just looking for things for us to hide in to make ourselves better.
As you do, and you see Zephyr begin to cast a spell, you get a little bit nervous about where you're hanging out. And you look around, and as the area does seem to be pretty unpopulated and covered with more and more, it's like sort of a maze of these boulders or whatever they are that seem to be smashed into the ground. There's a lot of those around. If you go too far back, you can go back towards the residential area, which again doesn't seem to have too many people in it. But you never know. Somebody could be arriving home or leaving their home or something like that.
Oh,
Despair is going to try to find stuff for everyone to hide in so we make ourselves more, inconspicuous.
I'm just gonna go ahead and assume that if I'm concentrating on the spell, I'll probably need to be stationary.
Assistant.
So I'm just going to say to the group, do what you have to keep people away from here. I only need about an hour.
Okay.
was that,
Chase, could you do your charismatic thing if anyone asks why we're here?
Of course.
Thank you.
I'm counting on you all.
Not good at it.
I will mention it took about half an hour to get about this far into the
Oh,
city.
balls.
Oh,
It's a big ass.
So, to just so I'm clear of what's happening, we're inside a house waiting for Zephyr to do the
Behind a rock,
spell.
but yeah.
Oh, we're behind a rock.
Yeah, we're in like an alley.
I thought you went. Okay,
I
I'm
thought
gonna
you were
walk.
in a house.
Think Goron City from Legend of Zelda.
Okay.
Time.
Okay, sure.
Those boulders.
Yeah.
Oh God, are you serious? Okay. I'm going to walk. So we're in an alley, right?
Somewhat. To explain it, it's more of like a desolate kind of dirt, rocky
Back road?
field type of thing. Yeah, it's going from transitioning from the actual part of the city with residential and commercial parts. It's this big ass miniature wasteland, I guess, and then a cathedral in the center of it. You guys are in that wasteland, about a
Okay.
mile away from the cathedral itself.
Okay, I'm gonna step out a little bit and just sort of keep an eye on anything in the distance or anybody around walking by or
Okay. Are you gonna keep watch over?
yeah, I'll keep
yeah.
watch.
All right, everybody that's gonna keep watch, please give me a perception check.
Who
I'm
is
incapable of
watching
doing
right
so.
now?
Leolith.
Only Leolith. Okay.
Well, I mean,
But
I'd
I'm
be
just.
looking around as well.
Sounds good.
Oh, okay.
I mean, that's what we decided.
Despair is like sweating because like the spell's going to end soon, and like Jesus Christ.
Got 14
just
for
stay hidden.
perception.
14,
Yeah.
right?
I'm gonna stay hidden. Yeah.
Pretty bad for me, but
14 is decent, dude. I got fucking 11 on my stealth.
yeah, but I have a +4. I should. That was a 10.
I have a +4 on my stealth too. Like, come on.
I got a 9.
Ooh,
Oof.
yipes. All right, I'll return to that in a moment, as we're gonna shift perspective to your broken ass eyeball.
I'm so sorry, audience,
No,
if this is boring as shit. But if ever there was a time to use it, it would be now. And also,
What
I
if
don't have the other
Zephyr's-
spells, so this better work.
What if Zephyr's arcane eye was just Despair's second eye?
Sure. Oh my god, that's a little creepy and also awesome.
Just been hiding it this whole time.
Yeah.
I've been stealing your. Oh my god. Oh my god, I just realized. I put my glass eye in your eye socket. Yeah, the weird feeling for a moment, but now you have an eye.
Oh god.
Holy shit!
I didn't think of it at the time, but yeah, no, totally.
Put it in back.
Definitely
Okay.
with myself.
You're definitely weirded out, but yeah, I give you my eyeball.
Oh my god. Okay.
I can get another one.
Now you have a glass eye.
Yeah.
Damn.
That's pretty cool. Don't break it; it'll hurt.
Yeah, I'd assume.
So sorry. Back to the eye.
It's okay.
As you focus on your arcane eye, you move through this dusty, desolate wasteland, it seems, of dirt and rock. And as you kind of sail through, bringing the eye closer to the large spiral that's kind of in the center of a bunch of clusters of spirals. It seems to be the largest one, at least in the vicinity, surrounding the cathedral itself.
That has to be it.
Most of excuse me, not most, that's not a good word for it. Some of the spirals seem to have guards outside of them and people entering and exiting freely, but as you head to the largest one, surprisingly there's no guards outside of it. And as far as you've seen so far, as you kind of hold the eye there and wait for a moment, nobody is entering or exiting.
All right, I'm counting guards as I go, but I'm gonna go straight to the doorway.
All right. Like you're counting the guards of the other spires as you go.
Yes.
You've maybe seen about 6 or so far. One person seems to be posted at a spire every so often. Not all of them are guarded. Some of them seem to be, and they're guarded by one guard.
Okay, so about 4 guards then.
6.
6 guards. Okay, 6 guards so far on the outer spires.
Just scattered so far on your little path that you've taken with your eyeball. As you arrive at the larger one, you see, of course, it's unguarded. larger than the rest, and the spires seem to be built of some kind of obsidian-looking material, as best as I can describe it. It's like a dark black with a glowing orange behind it. The one that you have is kind of uh, has more of a canopy over top of it, leading into this door. It has like a hut entrance, essentially, that you head into, as you see a massive metal door that has some strange iconography in the center of it. You look and try to fit. What is the size that you can fit through again?
1 inch.
1 inch. You look for kind of an entrance through that, but it seems to be sealed tight. But the iconography that you witness on the outside of it seems to be a large circle, some sort of locking mechanism that has 3 symbols on it.
Do I recognize these symbols?
Not necessarily, but from what you can discern after looking at them for a while. Actually, let me get a. What kind of roll do I want for that shit?
I have religion and history, both with expertise.
It's not even really. Just give me a perception, because it wouldn't really even be related to
Okay.
either one of those things.
That's still +6.
Because they don't seem to be religious or ancient iconography of any kind. They just seem to be symbols of some sort.
7! Natural 1! Jesus! Our rolls so far, guys.
The only one that you seem to be able to discern anything from is the one at the very top. There's 3 symbols. Excuse me, I guess technically 4. At the very center is something that you can recognize as a large red ruby of sorts, a gem of sorts that seems to be in the shape of a teardrop, a red shiny teardrop in the center. Branching off from that at the very top seems to be um, deer horns, stag horns, some form of animal horns at the very top, with a spike in the middle of it that leads down this small engraving that goes to the center of that red teardrop. And the 2 other symbols, you look at them for a moment and you really, with that perception check, cannot decipher what they're supposed to be.
Okay. I'm going to scout around the building, see if there's another entrance.
As you do, you don't find any guards and you don't find any other entrances or openings that you can fit through. The door seems to be the way in. And you have seen nobody open it or anything, so you can't get a sense of how exactly it's meant to be opened. You didn't see a handle or anything like that. The only thing on this massive metal arc was the symbol that I described.
I am going to fly upward. I have what? How long would it have taken to get here?
Far too fucking many. Oh, I thought you were saying what's your range on your thing. What did you ask?
How long did it take to get here?
About 30 minutes.
Okay, I only have 30 more minutes, so I'm gonna fly straight up and see if there's a clear route to that cathedral, and I'm gonna try and memorize that route.
Okay. Easy enough to do. As you do, and you kind of look through at a bird's eye view, trying to find the easiest,
The
stealthiest
least guarded
path. Yeah, the path of least resistance. The closer you go to the cathedral, as you can assume, the more heavily guarded. But you do find a way for you to get through with minimal contact, I guess. You're not going to take the main road. You find kind of a way slipping through the spires and hiding behind some to hide from the guards at others to get through. When you're getting really close, there's a pretty big cluster of guards, especially at the entrance to the main. I don't know why I keep saying spire, because this is not a spire. The center thing is a cathedral. The closer you get to the cathedral, the more guards. And at the cathedral itself, there are tons of guards, all different crazy colors.
Pretty difficult.
And also, I should mention, because you can see a bunch of shit right now. When you get to actual cathedral territory, people walking up on balconies and on the steps of the cathedral are the same mixture of races and genders and whatnot you saw before. But on the actual cathedral itself are people that seem pretty similar to Despair herself in looks and are very clearly from her tribe, the Abyssal Order.
The roof. Can I fly up and check the roof?
Absolutely. As you do.
Any balcony doorways or anything like that?
Yes. There are balconies and there are doorways. Some of them people seem to be entering, no log, no anything. They're just walking through. They seem to just put their hand on this sort of handle and take it off, and the doors open. Not sure how. It doesn't seem like they're pushing it. They kind of squeeze the handle, then opens through some sort of force. Each one of the doors seems to open that way.
Okay. All right. I've got maybe 10 minutes left. I'm gonna do a quick another circle of the building and see if I can. No, you know what? I think that's all the information I'm gonna be able to get. I pop back into my body.
All right, and as we do,
That is my 4th level spell, ladies and gentlemen.
Fuck you. Just kidding. I have to go pee real quick. So
Yeah, go for it.
Pause for a moment.
So, guys, I need your
I'm sweating.
opinion. I don't see a way in, so that means the only way to find out how this place is on the inside is to go in.
Weren't we supposed to be looking for one of the other spires, not the actual main cathedral?
It's a little vague for me. Can't really remember.
We weren't supposed to look at the main cathedral. She was looking
Well,
at
shit.
the other.
What did?
Well, now I feel really silly.
Can someone remind me why we're here?
We're supposed to. I mean, Jace wasn't going to say anything, but from what I remember as a player and what Jace would have remembered is that we were supposed to investigate one of the other spires. Like her men.
Right.
Her men were trying to get inside, but they were unable to.
Yeah. She wanted to see if there was a way in.
I'm also sweating bullets because Despair's about to get out of. Well, she's already out of her disguise by now because it's only 30 minutes.
Yeah. It's sadly a very short-term thing. Kind of wish I had a spell like that.
Do we know? So there's no door. There's no window. Is there a window?
There's a roof entrance. There's a balcony.
We need flight. We need flight.
We have flight. We just have yeet.
I have flight.
You can fly?
I can fucking fly.
Holy shit! Can you make us all fly?
I can make me and one other person fly.
That's pretty good.
No, we don't need to go to the main cathedral today.
No, not today.
Unless
But there is an entrance. That's good to know.
I might be able to make us all fly if I burn all my spells.
The reason I asked for.
No, I can't, because if I cast fly and then cast fly again, I lose the first fly. That doesn't work.
Well, there's supposed to be like up to like 5 willing creatures or some shit.
Do you have twin spell?
No, he's not a sorcerer.
Yes, I am a sorcerer.
Oh, I thought you were a wizard.
No, I'm a sorcerer.
What does it say for fly?
You can cast this spell. Yeah, you touch one willing creature.
One.
Yeah, at
So
higher
myself,
levels.
at a higher level, I can.
Right.
Yeah, for a higher
Gotcha,
level,
gotcha.
I can do one more. So I can make 2 of us fly.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Yeah, we were talking.
What did I just return to? Stop
Well,
breaking shit.
First of all,
breaking shit.
I was reminded that by Jace, who apparently pays more attention than I do, which is not really surprising, that we didn't need to go to the cathedral at all.
No.
Our job was to look at the spires.
You did. The first thing you looked at was the big ass spire. So
Yeah, I was looking for how many guards were around there. Yeah.
There was a moment where I kept saying spire when I meant cathedral, but the first thing that you looked at was the fat ass spiral.
Okay.
Spire. Fuck my life. Fat ass
all good.
spire in the middle of a bunch of moderately smaller ones. The big ass one is the one that you were sent to look at. It's the one that had that strange symbol shit.
Right. Okay.
On the
so
big
we
ass
did.
door.
We did
said
actually
ca-
still do it.
We said
Yeah.
cathedral, but it's actually the spire.
Yeah,
The one
kept-
we were looking for.
I'm drunk as shit. I meant
It's
the
okay.
thing that you
Okay.
looked at was
It's easy to mix those up.
was the spire
Gotcha.
with the fucking symbol. The symbol, if you remember, in my drunken ramblings, was a fucking. Well, the only thing you were able to recognize was the
Antlers.
antlers.
All right. I do have something that I want to use immediately.
What?
Augury.
Explain.
I cast out a bunch of bones, and I receive an omen from my goddess Selune.
Oh, is this the
This is the wheel, wheel and woe, or nothing results. Yeah. I ask about. I'm going to specifically ask her, if I take the route that I just memorized, will we run into battle? So wheel is good, woe is bad. Wheel and woe is both good and bad.
Because that confused me. I'm going to say wheel is yes and woe is no.
Yeah,
Just
that's correct.
to be clear. But after a moment, after you ask your question, you hear the response wheel.
So it is clear? Or we will run into battle?
Yes, you will probably run into battle.
Shit. Okay, can't use that route.
Leolith is gonna walk back, assuming that he did not see anybody.
And my definition of battle in this case is just any conflict at all.
Yeah, that
Like,
makes sense.
It's not 100% sure that you're going to slip through perfectly clear, right?
No,
You
this
found
spell
the best path.
this spell does not take into any it doesn't account every circumstance.
Yeah, I'm just wheel is the best answer I can give. Probably.
Yeah, that makes sense. I say we still take that route.
Leolith is gonna walk back if he didn't see anybody on his perception, and ask, so how'd it go?
Critty, quick question. Were there any windows on that cathedral? Sorry, the spire.
Spire, no. Also, I should elaborate just because we're confused on that. The path that I was assuming that you were looking for at the time was the path to the cathedral. So that wheel is to the path to the cathedral.
Gotcha.
You go to
Okay, so the
cathedral,
cathedral's the one. The cathedral's the one with the weird designs on it.
The spire is the one with the big ass door and the big ass symbol.
The spire is the one we want to go to.
The cathedral is the one that you went to, and there's niggas that look like despair hanging around.
Okay. The spire only has 6 guards.
Yeah, on its way to it. So as you went to the spire, there were, the other littler spires had the occasional guard hanging out, and you counted. You asked me. You said that you were counting them, and it was about 6 on your way there.
Okay. I turned to Leolith. If we take the route that I just saw, we will run into a maximum of 6 guards.
Can I look at the place? Do I see any windows or?
You can't see it from my perspective.
Yeah, he's using his magic.
I'm describing.
No, I know, but from where? How far are we from this thing?
A mile.
Half a mile.
Oh, we're fucking far. Okay. Are there? Okay, I'm going to ask you.
Yeah, by all means, tell me.
Is there windows, doorways?
No windows. There is a balcony on the 2nd floor
of the cathedral.
I hope so.
Of the cathedral. Oh, that's for the cathedral. What about the spire? Did I see
spire,
any?
No. Spire is essentially a big ass obsidian.
There's one entryway apparently
with a door. Like you're going in, and that's it. There's no. It's not like a building. It's more of like a big ass shard.
I turn
to Leolith and say, "There's only one entry.
One way in, one way out. Okay.
Yes, 6 potential combats. If we're careful, we can stealth by them, or just. I have 3 more uses of suggestion, but they better be good suggestions.
Do we need to actually go there today? I thought we were merely examining.
I was supposed to scout it out, and I looked at the wrong place.
So
you were supposed to. You were asked to see what was inside of the spire.
Yeah,
we
were
outside, and you were.
I couldn't find a way in anyway.
Hoping for a little gap to go into to just look in, but as far as you can tell.
If I had clairvoyance, I would have been able to go through the door. But I do not have that prepared today. That's why I asked for a day.
That's why.
Okay, you could go through the door with
only if I had it prepared, which I don't.
I'm gonna
get this done today.
Myself.
The rest. We have to long rest.
I think I have an idea.
That's why we were resting, I think.
Yes, this is why I asked for a day, but we have not rested yet.
I think I have an idea.
What's the idea?
Let me read the spell for a second so I make sure it can work.
Oh dear. You can link it in Avray.
The activate space you can teleport. Oh, that you can see within range. I had to see it. I can't.
So no
I had
then.
to see it.
I suggest we go back, try again tomorrow.
Yes, you need
It's probably the safest route.
clairvoyance. Let's get out of here.
Honestly, I think we could get in and be more aware of what's going on in there, but I guess the safest route is to go
Well,
back. We have the time.
the
Dugar
safest
didn't
route
want
is
us
to
to
go back.
Dugar didn't want us to make a big deal about anything. We were merely supposed to observe.
I honestly don't care what Dugar wanted, but the Silt Mother has the opportunity to get despair to her family, and that's what I want to see happen.
You mean you actually want me to kill them now?
Just Critty. Actually, group. As Leolith, I'm gonna say, is there a possibility that we can maybe get a sight on the thing, like actual visual sight?
We could get on a roof.
I could walk.
Yeah, can we just walk over there?
If we walk closer, they're definitely gonna notice.
And they're gonna recognize me. I
disguised.
don't think it's a good idea.
What if I just fly over there really quickly?
Yeah, that's not suspicious. What time of day is it?
Actually, yeah.
Getting a bit late at this point. Maybe
Is it dark?
like 10. Yeah, it's dark.
Maybe then.
Leolith is
But
beautiful,
again, this-
though. He's gonna
Getting
shine
inside
through
is
the
not
darkness.
necessary. Getting inside is not necessary. We don't need to do this today. Let's go back.
Yes.
Let's head back, and we'll deal with this in the morning when I've had more rest.
Oh, okay.
All right.
Jace will lead the group back.
We'll have Despair walk beside me about a minute behind the other group so that they can scout ahead, so that they can make sure that there's nobody coming when we're signaled to go forward.
Oh,
Wait, hold on. Just so clear, are you guys stealthing to go to the spire, or are you leaving?
Leave.
No, we're leaving. We're leaving.
we're
Okay.
leaving.
Going back to the tavern.
Okay. And you said you wanted Despair to go ahead to keep watch.
That is
Yeah.
correct.
I'll go ahead.
Your disguises are gonna wear out a bit into your journey. Not that far in.
Oh, we already assumed that they were already gone.
Yeah, they're
This
already
has been
gone.
half an hour with my eye, an hour with my eye. So it
Yeah.
would've been over.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you still because you just looked at the shit. It didn't take you like a million years, but 10 or so minutes into your little stroll, and your disguises are probably gonna run out.
Makes sense.
But
I'll-
okay. So
I'll head-
sorry. What?
I'll head out first and risk perception 16. Hopefully, see somebody. If not, just let them know it's free to go.
16 on perception, you said?
Yeah.
And we'll try to keep a low profile.
As you're kind of peeking your head out, taking a look before you guys leave this specific ditch, essentially, that you had in, you do see what seems to be an orc looking over at you with binoculars from not too far away, maybe say 500 feet away from another rock.
With
Hmm.
binoculars?
He's been watching us.
The son of a bitch.
How far away is he?
500.
Like 500 feet.
500 feet. Okay.
Alright, I'm gonna. He's 500 feet away? Ah, that's so far. I'm gonna miss these. No.
Dude, it's not that big a deal. Just keep walking.
Alright, if
Yeah.
you wanna walk away.
If we attract attention right now, it's only going to cause us grief.
To be fair, he didn't really see us do anything. We just kind of sat here for a while.
We're just walking around.
Yeah, that's true. Okay. Leolith will let you guys know that there's an orc staring at us.
Jace waves.
Ugh,
I thought orc.
I
Yeah.
acknowledge the fact that there's a spy, and then I facepalm when he waves.
I just love
When
how
he
Jace
waves,
has a
he
weird
gets like automatically panicked He actually drops his binoculars and seems to break them. He's like, oh shit! And he kind of, like shuffles behind the
Oh, that's
rock.
1,000 gold gone. Spyglasses are expensive.
Yeah, he recedes behind the rock after you acknowledge his presence.
Should we investigate this further?
No. We should leave now while he's distracted.
I'm asking is Leolith.
I'm answering as Zephyr.
Oh, okay.
Yes, we should go.
Was it
We should
just
definitely keep moving.
was it just the one orc?
That I saw.
That you saw.
There could be more. Who knows? We didn't
Good.
quite do anything. So.
Before their disguises run out, go ahead. I'm gonna see if I can't talk to that one.
Well, they're already out.
No, I said you had about 10 minutes into your walk before that.
Oh,
went
okay.
out.
Zephyr and Despair, you should head out first, quick.
We'll go then.
Okay.
I start moving.
I'm gonna stick behind with Jace, sort of see where this goes.
All right.
Yeah, let's go talk to the orc. I'm
Hmm.
gonna start
Just
walking.
gonna walk up there.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, I'll stay about 30 feet behind Jace and sort of sneak up as best I can.
All right. Oh, you're gonna sneak and Chase is not. Okay.
Oh
Yeah.
God, no. Clank, clank,
As
clank.
you as you walk closer to the
10
The
stealth.
10 her you can hear that the orc is still there. You hear him muttering to himself as you come closer and closer with your booming ass footsteps and clanking armor. He's like, oh shit, as he's kind of scrambling for a moment as he emerges from the rock and kind of looks at you. What are you doing here?
I wanted to apologize. I didn't mean to scare you and have you break your. And I kind of looked down. Glasses.
They're not broken.
I picked them up as it's like. I think they're broken.
Yeah, it's a dime a dozen. All right, that doesn't matter. You didn't scare me. I slipped.
I see. A lot of people do tend to do that around me.
I don't even know what that means. Get away from here. You don't know what you're messing with.
What are you looking at me for? I know I attract women, but not men.
I'm not here out of attraction. I'm here on a mission.
Oh.
A suspicious little bunch walks through, looking over around our turf, hiding behind a rock,
Your turf?
sitting there doing nothing
was
for like
under the
20 minutes.
I was under the impression the abyssal. The abyssal.
We're a part of the Abyssal. We're a denomination.
You don't look like a tiefling.
I'm not a tiefling. I'm an orc.
I could tell.
God.
This is the most
Dude.
sophisticated conversation.
Good
I'll
lord.
kind of drop the rest of the spyglass on the ground, not really caring.
Don't.
And then I'll kind of quickly draw my spear and just point it at his chest.
What the
And
fuck?
I'm gonna make an intimidation. I'm just gonna be like, how about you just tell me what exactly you're doing here?
To help, I'm going to Misty step behind the orc, and say, "Yes, what are you doing?"
Good use of magic.
With a
That
advantage,
one,
please.
man, we just
No,
sucked
you
ass
get
today.
no. You get
Advantage.
you
Oh,
get
okay, good.
advantage because I'm help.
Okay,
Don't
good.
fail again.
Holy shit, man, we are just.
I'm a.
There you go, 25.
That's better.
25 is a lot better.
I clear my throat first.
Shing! Yes, you put
and-
the-
Yeah,
Wait.
now I'm behind him.
Okay. And then you Misty step behind. He's like, okay. What do you want to know? What exactly do you want to know?
Why are you spying on us?
Well, I just told you I was spying on you. You woke up with a big group,
Who are you
walking through
spying for?
nonchalant like you robbed the place. I told you I work for the Abyssal Order.
You work for the Abyssal Order, huh? And what are you gonna
Technically.
tell them? That you
Yeah,
saw
I'm-
nothing, and I'm just gonna take a couple steps forward.
I don't move at all, so he can't go nowhere.
Technically, I can't see nothing. I
You
dropped
could if you lost your
my
eyes.
glasses. No. I meant because I dropped the spyglass. That's all I meant. I work for the Garai. We work for the Abyssal Order.
Is he
My
just
name is
whimpering at this
Garrett.
point?
Yeah.
I trip his ass. Do you want me to roll, or is that just kind of?
I
Is that just
mean, yeah,
story?
fuck it.
Okay, sure.
Let
Why
me
not?
roll. He's the
Do I got advantage
Big.
then because he's groveling?
yeah, fuck yeah.
All right. I'll trip his ass.
I'm also flanking him, so.
Critical.
That's true.
Critical.
That's fucking funny.
I work for the Order in Garage. and my name is Garrett. Oh shit!
Just one swoop. I just flip him like 360 degrees over, and he just falls like straight on his back.
My knee.
360 degrees. Wouldn't he be back on his feet then?
Yeah, but then
How
he
much-
keeps going and falls. He's got momentum.
Oh, okay, I gotcha.
How much damage did you do with that?
Oh, non-lethal.
I forgot
but,
that
oh boy.
existed. Yeah, go ahead and.
I didn't even
Oh,
thought of
boy.
that.
Oopsies.
Oh,
You
dear.
always critical hit with a trip.
The shit that we do.
15 non-lethal.
Oh my god.
Son of a bitch. Hold on. It actually wrecks him kind of hard. Not near death or anything, but it
That's good.
Isn't that a
severely
30?
injured his knee. It seems that he's just kind of, oh my knee, oh god.
Leolith looks.
Lord, be on your way, please.
Leolith slowly looks up at Jace. Isn't that a little harsh?
We've run into orcs before.
Ah.
They usually respond well to these sort of tactics.
The orcs are gonna run into you. Just you wait.
Well, I hope so. I'll trip them on their ass as well.
One might say it's Orcanary for us.
Oh,
I don't like you anymore.
You say that orcs are gonna come for us. Does that mean you're going to talk?
um,
I'm gonna summon.
not necessarily.
I'm gonna summon Shadowblade and hold it up to his throat.
Oh, Jesus.
No, it doesn't mean that I'm going to talk. He's kind of like crunching his chin into his neck as he's trying to like keep as far away from it as
That's
he
a
can.
fucking dangerous spell, too.
If you
I'll tell you what I mean. I'll tell you what I mean. If you I just mean you're not a very conspicuous group or inconspicuous group. You stand out a bit. You're
what does
being
that mean?
You're very ballsy.
So-
Nobody comes out here except for the Order and the Garai.
Who's the Garai?
We're the Garai.
Oh.
okay. Well, okay. When somebody asks what you saw today, what did you see?
A fairy. I saw a butterfly on my way here.
Good answer.
Stop torturing the guy.
We got nothing
It's
better.
embarrassing.
All right, I'm gonna step back. I'm still got my shadow blade in my hand. Oh, the shadow blade is also for flavor. It's just his staff that turns into the shadow blade.
Hard.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
I have a question, Despair. How tall are your horns?
I'm 6'4" without the horns.
How tall are you with the horns?
I don't know. Looking at your reference image, they're probably close to a foot.
Oh, God. Why do you have to have such huge horns? Like, come on, man.
They grow on their
Not
own.
inconspicuous.
They grow on their own.
Anyways, despair at this point. If we're in like town and it's okay, like if we're in an alleyway, can we like skeet as in run?
Yeah, I kind of want to dash.
Fuck yeah. Sorry, I'm finishing my chicken and a biscuit.
Nice.
Juicy.
As
How
you
very
are,
southern of you.
I know, right? As you guys finally get out of the musty, dusty area, eventually through the town without any sort of trouble, you do arrive at. Are you going back to the den?
Yeah.
Or, yeah. Pretty easily able to arrive and are at this point recognized by the bartender who lets you into the Silk Mother's den.
Okay.
All right. Zephyr's going to go head to sleep because he needs some rest.
Despair will hang out with him in his room.
I'm assuming there is a place that we can sleep.
Not in the den. I mean, you could sleep at like a table or something. There's actually other people doing so.
Whatever's
It's not
convenient.
like there's rooms or anything, but yeah,
Looks
you
like
can
it's free here, so I'm going to go
rough
ahead
it
and do
out a
that.
bit.
Well,
Yeah.
Despair is going to watch over him then.
I'll just like sleep up against a wall, my bedroll.
She's going to give anyone a very intimidating look if they look at Zephyr for too long.
Only person that does is Clint.
And I look and I stare daggers
Clint's
into him.
name needs a few less letters and one big U.
Click. Oh.
Yeah.
Or-
There's a lame joke. Don't applaud that.
I'm applauding that.
All right.
I'm a nerd. I like bad jokes.
I'm gonna get as much sleep as I can and try to get an 8-hour rest. Unless Clint is gonna be a big Clint about this.
If Clint is a big Clint about this, I'm going to like use my axe and bat him into like next year.
I was just gonna pull a Jade and shoot him with Eldritch Blast.
Are you saying that?
Just wake up.
Are you
go
saying
back
that
to
you're
sleep.
gonna rub him the wrong way?
I won't kill him, probably.
It is
Yeah,
magic.
It's pretty dangerous. No, I'm gonna sleep.
All right. Are we still with the orc?
No,
We're
you
not.
guys would be back by now.
Would we? I don't
Imagine.
remember
Or heading
leaving.
back.
Yeah, I mean, we didn't leave yet, but
Are you guys done with the orc? Are you still torturing him?
Jace?
Jesus.
interrogating.
Jace?
-1.
Jace?
Can you not hear me?
Jace!
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 Okay, there we go.
Oh, totally shit, he's still alive.
Was I right? Was it not plugged in all the way?
No, it was some It's one of the regular Discord errors.
Oh, okay.
It
Yeah.
put me in an RTC loop connection thing, and
Gotcha,
that's a
gotcha.
oh
classic.
man, nobody heard my joke.
Sadly, no.
No wonder why nobody laughed. When you guys were talking about like Clint, yeah, and Despair said she was gonna beat him up, and I said, "What are you saying? You're gonna rub him the wrong way?"
Oh god,
God damn it. Ah. Ah.
Yay.
Yay.
but yeah,
Are we still with the orc?
yeah. I didn't leave. I think we.
I didn't leave
Jesus.
yet either.
Good lord, guys.
Fuck this orc.
Dude, he's just minding his own business.
No, he wasn't minding his own business.
He was
So-
doing the exact opposite of that,
That's
actually.
why he's in this trouble right
Yeah.
now.
So you didn't see us, but we certainly found you, and I have a few questions.
Like what?
So who's running the Abyssal Order?
We know that.
I want to see if he
And he,
does.
he
Or if
tilts
I'm
his
wrong.
head up a bit. I'm not going to tell you that.
Are you fucking sure? Intimidation?
I will hold up my Shadow Blade again, just to give him advantage.
All right, let's see.
You have
it.
that for 1 minute.
Yeah, I know
Alright.
it's a minute.
I'm gonna take the higher of these two and add 7 to it. Oh boy!
Don't like that.
Wow. 13.
That's funny.
It's how much? Sorry.
13.
Quite sure. He's sweating, but still tilting his head up.
Okay, we'll try a different question. What's in the pyramid?
What
Spire.
pyramid?
The spire.
He looks around and kind of looks over there. In the spire,
Yeah, that one.
there's like 50 spires.
The big one.
Oh, that makes sense.
That's
And he's sweating even harder. Just kind of look. I don't know. They don't tell me much.
Insight.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, insight, but I'm gonna do that.
15.
6. I rolled shit.
With the 15, you can tell they really don't tell him too much, but he has some vague idea of what's in there. It seems.
I'll kind of like raise an eyebrow at him, and I'll put my halberd closer to his neck. Like I'll stab it into the ground next to his neck, and I'm just gonna lean on my halberd and just be like, "Are you sure there isn't any detail you're forgetting?"
Another one, please. Another fucking intimidating.
All right, So the higher one of these plus 7, 20.
Okay. I like I said, they don't tell me much. There's some kind of portal in there that's apparently really important to the Abyssal Order's goal, and it's like a portal. They do research on it. They're not 100% sure. It's not the main one, but it's some sort of different portal that they worked on or something and got some knowledge from the first one. And I don't know. I think they recreated it. I don't know. Okay, I really don't. That's all I know.
You know where this portal goes to?
No. I think they come from different places. I don't know if the one that they made is the same as the original.
Fair enough. I step back and rip my halberd out of the ground.
Is that all?
Oh, I'll look at Jace.
My last name is Barry. Is that enough?
Well, Mr. Barry, it was good talking with you.
I agree.
You saw a fairy today? You had a wonderful day.
It was really pretty.
You also tripped and
Yeah.
broke
It
your,
was
your
really
glasses.
pretty.
Yeah.
This is so sad.
Yeah.
And if we ever hear from your name again,
Well,
or
people
any
talk about
reason-
me all the time.
I mean, if it was to harm us in any way, be smart about this.
Okay.
We will come back. I don't think you want that.
No.
Put some
Alright.
ice on your knee when you get back.
Okay.
My shadow blade turns back to my staff, and I will start walking away.
You can see him picking up the pieces of his binoculars. He's like, "Oh God!" And he's just
Yeah,
putting it
shit's
into a
pricey.
bag.
Yeah, those are expensive.
I did not expect Leolith to be so mean. I guess.
All these things happen.
It'd be like that.
You did good.
Thank you.
You're hired.
You're very good at tripping people.
Very.
No idea.
He doesn't have any.
Orcs are
Jason.
top heavy. It's easy.
Does the spire have any legs that I can trip?
Yeah. Let me trip this portal. Yeah.
Oh my god. Alright, I guess we go back to the
The
thing.
den.
Yeah, the den.
Yeah.
We gotta go
as-
see mommy.
After,
God.
after some time passes, you do ride back, and just the same as them, are recognized and allowed back to the back area of the bar and let down the stairs into the den. Some folks are
This
sleeping.
bear is-
Some fewer folks are playing games than before, or up to business. But there are still a fair few people there, along with the rest of your party asleep, except for Despair. Actually, just kidding. It's just Zephyr's asleep.
Yeah, because she's watching Clint.
Yeah.
She's
that.
making sure that he doesn't do anything stupid.
Mr.
Well,
Clint.
and as you mentioned before, Clint is being Clint about it. But he's just being Clint about it means he's pacing around like, oh, I'm gonna
Super Clint.
I just
clearly not gonna back it up at all. He's like, oh, just like
Well, Despair is going to get up, and she's just gonna pick him up, and she's just gonna stare at him.
I just speak in my sleep. How's that foot, Clint?
he's getting better.
You sure you don't need me to amputate it?
No,
He's not sure. Do it.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Despair is still holding him.
But it's
Maybe you
scruffy,
should.
like a puppy.
Yeah. Maybe you should. Go and do your own thing. You seem pretty bored.
I'm not bored.
Don't you have a
As he
kennel to sleep in?
He
Yeah.
crosses his arms. He's
Oh,
kind of
snap.
swinging side to side very slowly, like kind of pouting, but you're just holding him up by his neck. And I don't have a kennel. I have a bed.
Is it
Well,
in
then go to your
cage?
bed.
I don't wanna. I have important business with the Silt Mother later.
Oh, what's this
fucking-
important business?
Who cares?
Mind your business.
Despair is going to give
Fuck
her an
this guy.
intimidating glare. Can I intimidate him with my strength?
Yeah, sure.
I mean, that's pretty easy, right? You're a tough broad. Is that a
Eh.
pejorative term? Oh no.
I don't know. Maybe. Who knows? Kind of depends. But weirdly enough, Clint, while he is kind of a baby back bitch, he's also like until something actually happens, he kind of assumes too much of himself, you know? So even though he's being gripped by the scruff of his neck and surrounded by people, he's still like, I'm not gonna tell you anything. You know, he's still weirdly confident about it.
Well, maybe I just take your time away from the mother and I go speak to her instead.
You wouldn't do that?
I would. She probably would love to talk to a handsome man like myself instead of a scaly bastard like you.
She loves my scales.
This guy is so pathetic. Jesus Christ.
She said they look like green sequins.
Do you even know what sequin is?
No,
It's shit.
but it sounded nice when she said it. It's not shit.
I
You're
mean-
shit.
I mean, Jace doesn't know.
As he
He's just
starts-
lying.
He starts like kicking his legs, rotating a bit faster into Despair's grip as he's like just Scooby Dooing a little.
Well, how about you give us some space?
Fine.
And I won't take the mother away from you.
All fine.
Whoa.
I really can't right now.
Tell me when I wake up.
He's kind of gesturing towards the giant tiefling holding him in the air.
Oh, could you drop him, please?
Despair throws him a little bit in the air like a baby and then just drops him without even catching him.
Ah! And he holds his busted knee from before. And he limps off yet again. Ovi!
God damn.
And then she just goes and sleeps with Zephyr.
Oh.
She's just cuddling him
I'll stay
in
up.
front of
He
everyone.
gets a good night's rest
Jace, you said you're staying watch?
I'll
because
stay
he's
up
in
and
a
watch,
well-lit
yeah.
room.
Noted.
I will. Leolith will go sit in a corner somewhere, place his staff in his lap, and meditate. Leolith doesn't technically need sleep. He just sort of has a trance for 4 hours, and that way he can get a long rest in 4 hours.
Ooh,
and
full.
Bad.
Yeah.
Snap.
So he's
Meditation's
just gonna
cool.
meditate in the corner for 4 hours, and then he can take the watch after.
Sweet. Sounds good.
Easy enough to do. And you guys aren't in a forest or anything, so I don't necessarily need a perception roll. But your watch does go over pretty, like, surprisingly uneventful. Everybody that's down there seems to have a purpose of being there. You know, they're not really worried about ganking people in their sleep. You know, they're there to do business essentially. As your watch goes by, uneventful.
I will go sleep.
We're all asleep.
And the same for Leolith. Nothing seems to disturb you guys during your sleep, as you're all able to finish your long.
Make sure to change your prepared spells, Zephyr.
Already did.
Cool.
Yep, I got clairvoyance this time. Now it's within 1 mile,
Okay.
so I don't have to get as close.
Nice. I assume we're gonna need our disguises again.
Probably. It's worth
Okay.
10 gold.
Okay, I am just giving the 10-minute warning because we did say that we are going to wrap up around 10:30. It is 10:21.
Wow, we got so much done so far.
I know it be like that sometimes.
Well, we could probably call it here then and pick up.
And try
Yeah.
Then we've literally done nothing.
It be like
Well,
that.
no, we had fun with an orc.
That was it.
Yeah.
You bought a rifle.
That's true,
Fox
which I
and
can't
Drow.
use.
Yeah, you could have sacked up and went to the Spire, all right? You chose to. Y'all chose to.
Oh,
go
you
back.
fuckers told me to go back.
I
I was like, we can make it. We can probably get inside the temple.
was going for it, but
We
then
were-
you guys told us to go back.
We were only
You
supposed to
told-
look.
Yeah, well, still,
Inside. She didn't want you to look at the wall. She can fucking do that herself.
yeah.
Yeah, we could try again. Leolith has an idea. He needs to get closer.
Can we at least just in the interest of time skip ahead to us heading there in disguise? I'll just knock off 10 gold.
Yeah, that's good.
We can end it with the investigation of the inside.
Yeah. That's good with me.
Yeah, that works.
Cool. So I cast the spell, touching my fingers on Despair's left eye, and I cast clairvoyance.
Let me
And
just read this to make 100%.
Take a look
sure
inside.
how it.
When you cast the spell, you can choose seeing.
No, I have it open. Hold on one second.
Cool. Within range of a location familiar to you, or an obvious location that is unfamiliar to you, such as behind a door.
So this one doesn't move.
This one does not move. That's why I wanted to use Arcane Eye.
Right.
But
Okay.
once I see on the inside, I have another unfamiliar location I can look at and cast it again.
Yeah, but it has to be. I would say. Hold on one second. Let me read this.
Take your time.
All right. Yeah, that's fine.
Makes sense, right?
Yeah.
I'm following it to the letter of the spell. As fair
But
as
every
I
time you
can.
do that, that is a spell.
It is indeed a slot.
Yeah.
And it's a 10 minutes every casting. So, do you want a stealth checks for us to get there?
Nah, because the reason I was doing that was to see if you got in a scuffle, which we
Okay.
don't really have time for right now.
That's fair. All right. So we head up toward the spire. And when I'm
using
within a mile, I'll cast the spell.
All right.
That's from my first spell slot.
As you do, the first thing that you see directly behind the door, placing your clairvoyance down, past the metal door, you see what seems to be a staircase going down, and two hallways that seem to branch off directly to your left. Well, not directly, down like the 10, 15-foot hallway. You see what seems to be a hallway going to the left, one going to the right, and then straight in front of you is stairs that go downward. You see a faint glow coming from the very bottom. If you were to continue going down the stairs, it's a orangish glow of sorts, kind of like a fire, but a bit more unfamiliar than that.
Do I see any guards on the inside of the building?
Not right now, no.
I will cast clairvoyance again at the bottom of the stairs.
Okay, how many spell slots do you have to be able to do this, by the way?
One left after this.
Okay.
But I have my Pearl of Power, so I can use that to bring one of those back.
Right. Moving forward, you said you're going forward down the stairs?
So second spell slot I'm going to use to be at the bottom of the stairs.
At the bottom of the stairs,
location.
You see some sort of raised podium, only about a foot off of the ground, that seems to have some sort of carving in the base of it, in the floor, or in the ground rather, and the indentations that are drawn in this symbol seem to be glowing, and they are in the shape of the same antlers that you saw on the door. It's like a glowing lines in the shape of those antlers on top of this slightly raised little circle, essentially. And then going down past that, there's even deeper stairs. At this point, past those stairs, it doesn't seem to be as the architecture seems to get looser. It seems to be more of an underground cavern than anything at that point.
Sure. And you said there was a pedestal or a lectern or something?
Yeah, so basically it's raised in the center of the floor. a circular raised little thing. It's about a foot off of the ground with that arcane looking carving of the antlers in the ground.
And I can't really see the thing on the raised area.
No, what's on the raised area is in fact the it's like a
antlers.
big
Okay,
ass carved antlers. Yeah,
gotcha. And they're glowing.
seems to be arcane in nature.
Hmm. And it continues on down.
Dark as shit past there, but yes, it seems to continue down. Like I said, less built, more dirt, mining shaft looking shit as you continue forward.
Do I see anything else in the room?
As you look around, the center of the room that you're in has balconies that the two hallways seem to lead to. Essentially, curving around this circular area that it's built up. And you do see on the walls of that room mosquito-looking massive bugs crawling around on the walls and ceiling as they're kind of digging in and out of the dirt parts of the walls and ceiling, and especially going to the mining cavern and just kind of skittering around. You see
Oh,
massive
lovely.
mosquito-looking bug creatures. No guards per se, but big ass bugs.
I say we're gonna need to go in there.
That's where we'll pick up, I guess.
Yeah,
Fuck yeah.
looks like we have to end up in there anyway. I kind of
Alright.
figured as much. You can only do so much with scrying.
Well, we'll find out what you can do without scrying next week on Dungeons and Divination.
Actually,
Thanks for
that's
watching,
totally
everybody.
right up. That's right up the accuracy. Yeah.
Damn right it is.
All right. See you guys.
Bye bye.
Bye.
Bye.